social engineering, ice phishing, and more. How scammers can drain your crypto wallet. Scammers use a variety of techniques to steal users' money, some of which only require knowing your wallet address, a Forta Network researcher said. Scammers spun up at least 7,905 blockchain wallets and made to collect crypto they steal from ordinary users, according to a blockchain security company, Forta Network. Forta, which has recently launched its own token, operates a network of bots that detect various kinds of scams on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Optimism, Avalanche, Arbitrum, and Fantom blockchains. Cristian Seifert, researcher in residence at Forta who previously worked at Microsoft's Security Research Division, told CoinDesk that Forta's algorithms can detect various kinds of anomalous behavior while scanning transactions on blockchains. Some of those anomalies are attacks on users' wallets. For some of the attacks, scammers rely on social engineering, sniffing around for users' personal information, or deploying tricks to get crypto users to reveal their passwords or seed phrases. Other attacks only require knowing a victim's wallet address. See also, calling a hack. An exploit minimizes human error. Opinion: a lot of attacks are social engineering attacks. Users are being lured to a website asks them to connect their wallet, a transaction pops up, a user approves it, and their money is gone, Seifert said. Ice phishing. The most prevalent kind of attack in May was the so-called ice phishing technique, which accounted for 55.8% of all the attacks registered by Forta. Unlike the more obvious or well-known phishing attacks, ice phishing is a play on the more common phishing attacks seen across the web. This type does not aim directly for users' private information. Instead, an ice phisher tricks a victim into signing a malicious blockchain transaction that opens access to the victim's wallet so the attacker can steal all the money. In such cases, victims are often lured onto a phishing website designed to mimic real crypto services. These scams rely on token approval transactions, one of the most common uses for non-custodial Web3 wallets that enable users to grant smart contracts a certain amount of access to their wallets. On its support page, MetaMask, the makers of the most popular Ethereum crypto wallet, note that when granting token approval transactions, you're firmly in control and hold ultimate responsibility for everything you do. That's why it's critical you know exactly what you're signing up for when you confirm token approvals. In a similar scam to the one mentioned above, attackers attempt to trick users into interacting with various decentralized applications dApps, including decentralized exchanges DEX. Such schemes often create an illusion of a new lucrative opportunity, like an airdrop of some new token, and exploit the common tendency to fall for FOMO, or the fear of missing out, Seifert said. However, instead of interacting with a legitimate service, a user forfeits control over their assets to an attacker by signing a token approval transaction. Users click, and transactions pop up, often with a timer, and users approve them without checking, Seifert said. According to Seifert, there are two crucial steps to ice phishing: luring a victim onto a malicious website and creating a positive narrative. A variation of the ice phishing attack is to trick users into sending native assets to the scammer directly. This is achieved by signing a security update function of the scammer's contract, Seifert said, adding that usually small amounts of crypto is stolen this way. NFT, airdrops, and address poisoning. Some attacks target traders of non-fungible tokens NFT. For example, scammers have developed techniques that takes advantage of quirks in NFT infrastructure, like the Seaport protocol introduced by OpenSea and used across many NFT marketplaces. To sell NFTs on Seaport, users create sell orders by signing a transaction that is broadcasted locally on the platform, rather than the wider Ethereum network, to save money on transaction fees. Attackers sniff around for users with valuable NFTs and try to trick them into approving transactions that would sell their valuable holdings at a fraction of the market price. NFT traders today are often aware of the many ways they can be exploited. Some of the highest-profile crypto heists in recent years have targeted influential NFT figures. This has led to ever more targeted and sophisticated phishing attacks. For the address poisoning attack, attackers study the transaction history of their victims' wallets and look for addresses they interact with the most. They then create a blockchain address that would look familiar to their target and send the victim a transaction with little to no value. This transaction is meant to poison an intended victim's transaction history by putting the malicious address in a place where they may mistakenly copy and paste it when they make their next transaction. But often the simplest exploits remain effective. For instance, Seifert said, attackers often use recognizable brands when designing social engineering exploits that earn victims' trust or attention. That was the case with the fraudulent T-Link token that Chainlink link holders received in early June when an attacker airdropped a supposedly new token to the link holders. The scammers included an offer for users to exchange T-Link for actual link tokens on a phishing website in the description field of the airdrop token, Seifert said. And if they took that offer, they would have gotten burned. What makes such attacks trickier is that attackers can allocate fraudulent ERC20 tokens to a legitimate smart contract and then execute a function that transfers those fake tokens to anyone that holds a targeted token, according to Forta. This makes it look like users got an airdrop from the legitimate contract while it's nothing but scam. See also preventing crypto exploits and hacks in 2023 attacks like that do not even require much reconnaissance work from attackers. All they need to know about victims is their wallet's addresses. Transaction hygiene. With hackers and scammers getting ever more industrious, it's important to always pay attention to the addresses your wallet interacts with, Seifert said. Ideally, wallets need to have security features built in, he said, adding that at the moment, Forta provides its database of fraudulent addresses to the Zengo wallet. Forta assigns blockchain wallets different risk scores referring to their involvement in potential scammy behavior, Seifert said. We have a set of detection bots, machine learning models that monitor transactions in real time and look for specific conditions and behavior, for example, for contracts with lines like security update in their code, he said.